How Type-C circuit exactly work in MacBook? That is really important. If the Type-C circuit is not working, your MacBook is not gonna turn on at all, at all. So let me tell you each and every single secrets about the Type-C. Here is the Type-C circuits. Like, let me tell you about the Apple charger. If we are checking on the V-bus rail, there won't be any power on the V-bus. After connecting to the MacBooks, what is the secrets? What is the theory behind it? Let me tell you. Why CC signal is so important? What is the role of CC signal? Cable detection. What is the cable detection? The CC pin identifies the Type-C of cable connected. Orientation detection. It's even although detect the orientation, whether it's a top side, whether it's a bottom side. CC1 it's a top side and CC2 it's a bottom side. Role negotiations. What is the role negotiations? It's determine if the device act as a source or sink. Power delivery. What is the power delivery? Type-C charger carries 5 volts, 9 volts, 20 volts. Based on the BMC code, power is getting delivered from the charger. Current flow decisions are being decided through the BMC code as well, whether it's gonna send 500 milliamps, 1.5 amps or 3 amps. Accessory mood identification. The accessory pin is also used to detect and configure accessory mode, audio adapter, debug accessories or alternate modes like DisplayPort or HDMI over USB-C. This is all getting done by CC line. The CC signal is so important. You need to understand the role of CC pin in every single Type-C devices, in modern electronic devices. It's coming. And few things. This is the block diagrams from the data sheet of CD3215, which we have already put up here. So if you want to know more about this, we can help you out and we can share you the documents and you can study. You can connect us through various platforms. I have already showed you in our PPT. Still, if you need, I'll show you guys in the last slides. Every single things is mentioned. You can connect us through all the platform. And now let me tell you how Type-C circuit exactly works. As you can see from the charger, firstly, CC pin is communicating. You can see the signal on the oscilloscope, and then after that the V-bus power is going to the CD, and then after that CD release all the LDOs and the LDOs are presents, and then after that what's happened? Let me tell you. Here's the TBD-ROM which communicates, and you can see the SPI communications, and then after that your CD release 5 volts output and it goes to the charging chip. After that, charging IC generate a power that is called PP bus underscore A on. At the same time, it sends an enable signal to U5700 that is called A on controller. And the A on controller generate a power that is called PP3V8 A on that goes to the main PMU and the slab PMU, and both the PMU after that they are getting turn on. After turning on, they are generating buck powers, LDO powers and single-ended signals, and necessary protocol communications is happening through the M1 CPU, and M1 CPU after turning on it's communicating to the CD3217 through an I2C protocols. And after that, what happened? You can see inside the oscilloscope. The I2C communications is happening. After that, one more time, CC communication is happening, and from 5 volts, it's going to switch to 20 volts. And you can see the CC line and the 5 volts to 20 volts. You can see the bunch of code that decide it has to switch from 5 volts to 20 volts. And that was the type C. After that, your device will start turning on. So I would like to present MacBook NAND repair. That is very common and the most frustrating too, when someone has been played badly and he has written to you and you can't fix it. Let me break it down into pieces. This is a MacBook Pro A2141, storage is 512 GB, and you can see the port 0 and port 1. Port 1 is clearly perfect and the port 0 has been almost destroyed. I have received this device in this condition. Okay, so you can see the condition of the logic board under the microscopes. It's totally damaged, everything. And now we are closing the port A left side, and we are going to activate the port B that is in right side. That was port 0, and let me show you the port 1 side. You can see the port 1 is perfectly fine. So in that case, how we can fix this device? Let me tell you. This is the diagrams which I have taken from the schematics, and here you can see STG0, that is a port 0, and STG1, that is the port 1. So what is the logic behind port 0 and port 1? Let me tell you something. Here is the 5 NANDs that comes in a 512 GB storage in A2141 MacBooks. So as you can see here is the T2 chip and here is the PCI line. This is the block diagrams. Both the PCI line are connected to the NANDs. That is port 0 and that is port 1. So in port 0, as you can see, the PMIC U9500 is communicating to T2, and there is a buck converter that is called U9580. In port 1, there is a U9000 that is communicating to T2, and the buck converter is U9080. So independently, both the ports can be activated. You can install 2 NAND, you can install 4 NAND as well. So let's do further things. So here is the block diagrams of the port 0. How exactly port 0 works? What are the things which you need to understand in port 0? You can see the PCI line that is connected to the T2, and you can see the clock that is coming from the T2, 24 megahertz. That is going to all the NANDs, and there is a 100 megahertz clock that is communicating with the NAND and T2. And you can see the power IC U9000 that is producing the power 0.9 and 1.8, and the buck converter U9080 that is producing the power 2V7 that is going to all the NANDs. And you can see there is a UID 0 and UID 1. That UID is configured through the T2. So here is the few things which you need to transfer to the blank NAND. Like there is a 5 NANDs and you are activating the port 1 and you are closing the port 0. That is the secret which I am going to tell you how you have to do it. So these are few things which you need to transfer. And here is the unique ID. Why unique ID is so important? The unique ID is tied with the cryptographic key with the T2 chip. So if it doesn't match, it's not going to flash your device. It will give you an error. So just by following the diagrams, here you need to swap all the components from U9200 to U8700. That is all related to configurations and the data lines and reset, etc. So this is the another diagrams which you need to follow and install all the mandatory capacitors from U9200 to U8700. And see what you have to do here, how you have to program the NAND, each and every single steps I have shown in this picture, and which NAND you have to use it, that also I have showed you here. After that, the device is into recovery modes, and you can see on the screens I have been flashed the device perfectly, and now this device is working fine. Indian tech team would like to present about Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max. We are gonna present a few cases which is quite difficult to fix into the industry. We would like to give you a new solution that may helps a few brothers. So let me call to Mr. Arshil. This is an iPhone 14 Pro Max random restarting, and here is the panic logs. As you can see, a random restart issue has been observed in Apple 14 Pro Max and 14 Pro as well. Panic log is shown in the picture. It's keep rebooting every 3 minutes. Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max panic log. Potential cause. The issue appears to be related to AOP, always on processor signal line within the CPU. The problem was caused by the protocol failure with the error code 0 into 146 times 0. After inspections, we found that the issue was related to I2C underscore AOP underscore SDA or SEL could be. Here is two possibilities. The signal line may be short or may be open. Kindly follow the ZXW image. I2C signal issue. The I2C signal directly coming from the CPU without 0 ohms resistor to isolate the circuits. This caused the line to be permanently pulled down by the CPU. So in that case, whether your line could be permanently low or open or high value. So let's follow the next image. Here is the repairing process. If the I2C line is short, remove the R5274. Pull up on I2C SDA line and then inject 1.8 volts power and then increase the current from 1 amp to 3 amp. If the short circuit is cleared and the diode value normalize, proceed to test the device. If the issue persists, further diagnose. Use an oscilloscope to analyze the I2C signal. Possible reason could be the CPU. If the I2C is still not working, it may indicate a problem with broken track on the CPU. iPhone 14 Pro Max, why it's happening? That was the question. So here is the reason I'll tell you. PP underscore E75 ACC 1 underscore CONN connect. So basically, when the charger has been inserted to the charging port and you are going to connect your charging connector to the PCB, that time there is a almost 3 volts on the accessory 1 line or accessory 2 line. So those lines are hitting to the I2C and the I2C is getting damaged. So this is the major issue that is happening in those devices. Because of that reasons, these problems are getting occurred, or could be the water. We are extremely sorry we was not able to present our guest lecture into the YCS CGC Thailand. So I would like to share this lecture and to the every single platforms so that you can enjoy by watching the peaceful lecture. related to iPhone and related to Mac. So Mr. Arshil is the master of Apple products. He has got 21 year of experience into the mobile phone industry. He fixed iPhone, iPad and MacBooks as well. And he is the founder of Arshil Telemobile, and he is running an institute on the name of Tele Training Institute. And if you want to connect, you can follow him on the Facebook, Instagram, and you can find out the Facebook page and the WhatsApp number. Here's Mr. Rafiq Ansari. He is the master of Apple products and he has got dedicated his 16 year of life into mastering the Apple products servicing. So from last 8 years, he is more keen into fixing Mac, and now he's key for the Mac, which covers the entire list till M4. And here is the Master Hemant. He's holding a master degree. He has got 18 years of experience. He has designed various products like smart TV, logic analyzer, camera, and home automation products, and wireless devices as well. He has got the expertise into designing the PCB. He is the backbone of SFXit. Mr. Zakir Hussain, he has got biggest experience. He is the master of Apple products. He is having 26 years of experience. He fixes iPhone, iPad and MacBooks. So the next candidate is Mr. Sajid Hussain. He is the younger brother of Mr. Zakir Hussain. He has got 15 years of experience and this is the Easy Fix It research lab. And from here I make all the videos. And guys, you can find me on the YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. There are multiple videos you can go and check out, and you can watch those videos and you can enjoy. If you like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure give us a feedback. Thank you so much once again. And here is the Easy Fix It lab, which I would like to show you guys. That is the institutes and that is the repair workshop.